Hi guys, Justin Webb here. I am here with my pretty pink wall behind me, super cute. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about what keeps you from your goals. So you were excited, it's the new year, you had all these awesome New Year's resolutions and you had all these goals set for yourself. And here it is, less than 2 weeks later, and you're already slipping on your goals and you're not achieving them. But I'm going to assume that you've set good goals for yourself, you're motivated, it's a goal that's going to stretch you and push you, it's attainable, all those good things. And I'm going to assume the thing that is keeping you back from achieving those goals or starting to achieve them is self-doubt. I'm going to be sharing with you 2 different stories, and then I'm going to be sharing a few quotes that might be able to help you with your self-doubt and eventually achieving your goals. The first author I'm going to quote is Susie Kassem, and she says, "Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will." And that is so sad, but it is absolutely true. The thing from failure is you can learn from it, you can leverage it, you can keep going, know not what to do next time. But the thing with self-doubt, oftentimes it keeps us from even trying. And even if we're trying hard, that self-doubt can be nagging in our heads and keep us really from hitting that potential or hitting that goal. And we don't know why. Why can't I do this? Well, because you have self-doubt. And some people don't even know that they're doubting themselves, but they are. For Christmas, my awesome broker, Kevin Kilpatrick, got me an amazing book that I'm reading right now. It's called The Bottom of the Pool by Andy Andrews. So I read this book and they share an awesome story in there that I think can help a lot of people. He talks about Bob Beamon, who in 1968 was competing in the long jump. In the history of the long jump at the Olympics, the record had only been broken 13 times. Usually it was broken by about 2 inches. Every time someone finally broke the record, it was by just a little bit. So along comes Bob Beamon. He was a young guy, he was hungry, he was ready to win and compete against some of the greats, and he was just thankful for the opportunity he had to be able to compete. The long jump record at the time was 27 feet, 4.75 inches. Okay, and the competitors at the time were just coming right to that 27-foot mark in their previous jumps. So, Bob Beamon, he was up to jump another time, and this is what he was told by one of his mentors. "Take off early. You have room to spare. Give him 2 inches on the front. You'll take 2 feet when you land. Your legs have never been as strong as they are right now. At this moment, your body weighs nothing. Your mind has wings. Use them. Fly up. Fly out." What happens next is Beamon takes off, he takes 19 strides in 6 seconds, hits his mark, he jumps, he flies, he lands. He feels good about the jump, he's not sure exactly how far he jumped. And I'm going to share this video in the link of him making that jump. It's pretty impressive. It's like watching Michael Jordan for the first time dunk from the free throw line. Just the athleticism, and it truly looks like he just flies for a moment, which he does. The reason it took so long for them to get his actual mark of how far he jumped is because he jumped past where he was supposed to. They didn't have it set up to record his jumps up to a certain point, so they actually had to measure by hand. After measuring a few times, they got the actual number. He jumped 29 feet and 2.5 inches. Nearly 2 whole feet further than the previous record. And remember, it had only been broken, when it had been broken, it was usually by a couple inches at most. So he went 2 whole feet past that mark, and to this day, that has still never been broken. So what happens? Immediately, people freak out. Time goes on, and he goes back to, whether it be in the Olympics or whether it be in other parts of the world in different competitions, he goes to compete in the long jump again. And people start asking, will he do it? Will he do it again? Because everyone wanted to know how he was able to break the record by nearly 2 whole feet. He never jumped even close to that far again. So people start wondering, how was he able to break the record by that much but never even come close to it at all for the rest of his life? Because surely, physically, he was able to do that. But I'll tell you why he wasn't. It was because mentally he wasn't able to do it again. Instantly after he had jumped, people questioned how he was able to do that. And so when news reports came out, or when people talked about Beamon, they didn't say, can he do it again? Because if they simply asked the question, can he do it again, and they answered with a no, that would have been their opinion. Can he? No, I don't think he can. But what they started asking me is, will he do it again? So when they answered with a no, that instantly set up failure for him, because it was no longer opinion. It was a matter of fact, no, he's not going to do that again. Beamon, like everybody else, started to believe that he wasn't going to do that. And maybe up in here, he didn't know that he was self-doubting, but that's exactly what was happening. I'm going to read to you again what his mentor told him. Now that you know the ending of the story, now that you know how far I jumped, here it goes. Take off early, you have room to spare. Give him 2 inches on the front, and you'll take 2 feet when you land. Your legs have never been as strong as they are right now. At this moment, your body weighs nothing. Your mind has wings. Use them. Fly up, fly out. The reason he never accomplished it again is because of that self-doubt. At that moment, what did I just say? He'll take 2 feet. That's what his mentor told him. He said at this moment, you weigh nothing. You have wings. Fly up, fly out. So his mind, in that moment, believed that he weighed nothing. He believed that he had wings, and he believed that he was going to take 2 feet. And that's exactly what he did. And that is a fantastic story showing how damaging that self-doubt actually can be. Roy T. Bennett, the author of Light in the Heart, has this awesome quote that goes along with this story. Don't let others tell you what you can do. Don't let limitations of others limit your vision. If you can remove your self-doubt and believe in yourself, you can achieve what you never thought possible. Too many times, we care more about what other people think than what we think. And so, sometimes you don't have that self-doubt. You believe in yourself, but then you hear what other people think of you. You hear what other people say, and that self-doubt can creep in. Because you care way too much about what they think. Everyone thinks, everyone has an opinion, but don't listen to it. Stay true to yourself. And when you're sharing your goals or your dreams, your ambitions with other people, don't say, oh, this year I kind of set a goal for myself. I want to lose 15 pounds. I hope I can do it. No, you say, I have an awesome goal I set for myself this year. It's going to make me healthier. I'm excited to do it. And I'm going to lose 15 pounds. It's not a hope. It's not I want. So when you use the words like, oh, I hope this happens, or this is what I'm shooting for, that in itself is creating self-doubt. And I'm going to go more into this in another video about your conscious and your subconscious and how it works and how it can help you achieve those goals. Well, achieve anything really. But just know that subconscious is powerful, and once it starts doubting, it's going to be very hard, if not impossible, to accomplish the things that you want. It's as simple as that. Story number 2, this is a story about myself. Some of you that have watched these videos or that know me know that my lung has collapsed. I've talked about it in a couple videos. I still have to do a lot of breathing exercises on a daily basis to be able to keep my health and keep my oxygen levels up. But I have this right here. I got it when my lung collapsed. I still use it almost every single day. I'll show you what I do with it. See that? I got it up to, oh, if it will focus. Got it up to 3,000. That's a big deal for me. Usually once I do that about 10 times every morning, and by my 10th time, I'm able to get to 3,500 or more at the very top, which is pretty cool. But when my lung first collapsed on me, I got it to about there. Between 500 and 1,000 is the most I could do. I started working on this every day, and even for the first year, I could really, it would be a good day if I got it over 2,000. A healthy adult should be able to do easily between 3,000 and 3,500. I love playing sports, but when my lung collapsed, I figured out my sports days are probably over. The main things that led me to believe that is I thought I was never ever going to run a mile again straight for the rest of my life. First time I decided to start running again, I jogged a slow jog, 1/16 of a mile, and I thought I was gonna faint. Then I did it again, and I got to 1/8 of a mile, and I thought that my lung was gonna blow out of my chest, and I was gonna cough it up or something. Something bad was gonna happen if I ran any more than 1/8 of a mile. So eventually I was running between 1/4 of a mile and 1/2 of a mile when I went to exercise, and I kept telling myself, well, you know, here's my goal, 1 mile, 1 mile, 1 mile, without stopping. But that never happened, and people would ask me about my lung, and, oh, well, it's not that great. People would ask me, oh, well, how's running? Well, you know, I can't make it over this amount. And those words, that was self-doubt. That was just making it so I would not accomplish that goal. So finally I decided, to heck with it. I know what's happening. That self-doubt is creeping in. I'm going to set my goal of running a mile, and nothing's going to stop me from doing it. And so those days when I could only run 1/4 of a mile or 1/2 a mile, I said, that's okay. It's going to be better tomorrow. It's going to be better the next time I try running. And eventually I ran that whole mile without stopping, which for the longest time I didn't believe was possible. Even though I had that as a goal and I wanted to do that, I didn't think it would ever happen. But I stopped telling myself it wouldn't happen, and I started affirming every morning that I can run a mile without stopping, and my lungs feel good when I do it. That's another big part. Making sure my lungs don't feel like they're going to explode while I'm doing it. And so I eventually did it, and it was because I eliminated self-doubt. Pay attention to your thoughts, and pay attention how you talk to other people. Always talk in absolutes. Never talk with any doubt. And for goodness sakes, be excited about your goals. Don't be sheepish about it when someone asks you. Don't be embarrassed. Don't feel like it's a dumb goal. If it's important to you, then it's important. And it doesn't matter what other people think, so shout it from the rooftops. This is my goal. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing it. Last quote I'm going to leave you with, William Shakespeare, who is, like, if my uncle's correct, he's done family genealogy. He told me that William Shakespeare is my great uncle. So, great uncle to the 12th power. Pretty cool. But this is what he says about doubt. Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. Failure is awesome because you learn from failure, but that self-doubt, too oftentimes, like he says, it'll even stop us from attempting anything. So there's my soapbox. Hope you guys learned something. I read that, I just felt like I had to share it. So thank you for listening, and get up, go achieve your goals, and just have an awesome year. Uh-oh, did you guys? I just ended the video, and I realized that I did exactly what I've been telling you not to do. I said that I hope that you learned something. Thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate your support, and I'm glad that you can learn something from me, and that I can help you in this journey we call life. I don't hope anything, I know that this is helping you. So, thank you for watching. Bye. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.